I have right here in my possession a whiskey that I have been wanting to try for quite some time. It's been a while since I tried the GlenDronach 12, and I liked the GlenDronach 12 quite a lot. I was even able to find a bottle of the GlenDronach 18, the Allardyce. I found one bottle on the shelf in my entire lifetime, and I bought it on site, even though it was not cheap. And I brought it home, and a few months later I opened it up and tried it, and really I was not all that impressed. I didn't know what all the hype was about. Now, typically for me, I tend to like 12-year-old whiskeys. I tend to like them a lot. But very often when you get to the 18-year-old variety, it's more subtle, it's more toned down. There are exceptions, of course. There are some brilliant 18-year-old whiskeys, don't get me wrong. I'm thinking particularly of the Laphroaig 18. The peat smoke is just toned down enough. It's lost the youthful exuberance, but it's very good. So there are some good 18-year-olds, but there are some other 18-year-olds that I do not like. Another 18-year-old that didn't really strike my fancy was the Deanston 18. Compared to the 12, no comparison. The 12 was much better. So as Whiskey Jason in Germany likes to say, it's not always the age that makes the whiskey better, because you can have younger ones that are better than the older ones. However, there is a sweet spot. And for me, the sweet spot is often in the 15-year age. So I was trying to find one of these for a long time. It's a GlenDronach 15 Revival, a 15-year-old. Now, I've had another GlenDronach, which was the peated GlenDronach, and I liked it. But I'm a peat head, so yeah, okay, I like that. But I've been wanting to try this because usually the 15-year-old variety just does it for me. So when I saw this in an email advertising from Alberta, right away I ordered it. And now I have it. And I've been eyeing this on my shelf several times, eyeing this on my bar, saying, I gotta try this, I gotta try this. But I have this really anal kind of habit of trying stuff in the order in which I acquired it, or at least during the same week. The whiskey that I tried before this one, I acquired a week or so before, or maybe more. Let me check that. Okay. Yeah, I acquired that a couple weeks before this one. And the one that I will be tasting after this one is one that I acquired at the same time as I acquired the first whiskey of the night. This is my second whiskey of the night. So, what did this set me back to begin with? Okay, over here we got a Revival Highland Scotch single malt, 46% alcohol by volume, $159.99 in Alberta. So that would be $16. No, there's no liquor tax. It's just good and services tax. Okay, so 160 times 0.05. So that's it. $8 in taxes. So now we're up to plus 159.99. Okay, so 167.99. That's the whiskey and the tax. And then there's shipping. Shipping was $40.21 and 9. Let's say $50. So 50 divided by 4 would be $12.50. Okay, plus $12.50. So $180.49 delivered to my door. Was there a bottle deposit of 10 cents? Could be $180.59. I don't know. Did it say bottle deposit anywhere? Yes, bottle deposit. 40 cents for 4 bottles that were shipped in the same package. So yeah, $180.59. Okay, that's almost as much as what I paid for the Allardyce. But the Allardyce, the price tag was about $180 plus then the BC liquor tax and then the goods and services tax. And yeah. Anyways, let's open this instead of quibbling and haggling over prices. What's really important is the contents of the bottle. Ooh, yeah. Nice bottle pop. Nice cork sound. And this makes all the right glugging sounds, unlike the new Aaron bottles, which don't. Okay, well, let's go back to the camera here and let's see what we're doing. Okay. While I let it sit here, I'm going to read what's on the box. Yeah, bunch of stuff here. James Allardyce, 1780 to 1849, pioneer and founder of the GlenDronach Distillery. Aberdeenshire. Oh, small writing. Founded in 1826 by James Allardyce in the something valley of the coast Highland hills. GlenDronach Distillery. It's script writing and it's light green on a dark green background and it's hard to read. Revival 15. Matured in the finest Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso sherry casks from Spain. Highland single malt. Non-chill filtered natural color. Product of Scotland. That ticks a few boxes there. What's it say on the back here? Tasting notes. Okay. GlenDronach Revival. Deep in the East Highland Hills, the GlenDronach Distillery has been quietly perfecting sherrywood maturation since 1826. Our founder, James Allardyce, built his distillery in the Forg Valley and named it GlenDronach, which means Valley of the Brambles in Scots Gaelic. Here, he discovered the rich depths of sherry wood maturation, marrying Scottish spirit to Spanish oak. Little has changed over the centuries. Our craftsmen using the same iron mash tun, wooden washbacks, and copper pot stills as their forefathers did. Dedication to the mastery of our craft is unyielding, as epitomized in this iteration of the GlenDronach Revival 15-year-old, matured in fine Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso sherry casks from Andalusia in Spain. This luxuriously sherried Highland single malt Scotch whiskey presents deep notes of dark fruits, rich chocolate, and Manuka honey with an enveloping, memorable finish. Distilled, matured, and bottled by the proprietors, the GlenDronach Distillery Limited, licensed since 1826. Forg, Hentley, Aberdeenshire, Scotland. Savor with time, drink responsibly. Okay. 70 CLs, 46% alcohol by volume. So this is a UK type bottling. It is at 700 milliliters rather than 750. And we're almost at 10 minutes, and I haven't even nosed it yet. Here we go. I had to go through all that spiel, I suppose. There's a lot of writing on that bottle, or on that box. On the bottle, it probably says the same thing. Matured in finest Pedro Jimenez Oloroso sherry cask, product of Scotland. Highland single malt. James Allardyce. Revival. Color. Nose. taste finish. I'll give you a nose. Right away. Ripe, dark fruits, not dried fruits, ripe. Grapes, plums, get some berries, get some black currants, get some blueberries. Yeah, a lot of berries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries. It's almost like a berry jam. The nose reminds me of a berry jam. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This might be worth our $180. We'll see. It's nice on the nose. Very nice on the nose. It's dark copper on the color. What was this? Natural color. I think it said natural color somewhere. Non-chill filter and natural color. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you can use that color. It's dark copper. And it smells delicious. Makes me think of berry jam. Berry jam. And I can just imagine spreading it on the toast. Breakfast. Love the beautiful fruits and berries in the nose. That really is something nice. And I'm not usually the biggest sherry aficionado, but this is just fresh and ripe. Whereas the Allardyce, the 18-year-old, was more dried up. This still has some youthful exuberance to it. The sherry maturation. Okay, I'm going to have a quick little sip of water. And I'm going to try it neat. Oh, that is lovely. I could go on nosing this all evening. But I do have a couple more videos to make. The first sip is delicious. I'm getting some more of that fruit, ripe fruit and berries, just coating the mouth all over. And this is only the first sip. Usually you need a second sip to really gauge what's going on. My mouth is coated all over with fruits and berries, and they are hanging on and hanging on and hanging on. Mm, that's nice. But it's not overdone like the 18-year-old Allardyce. I'm sure that if I had an 18-year-old Allardyce next to this one, I would prefer this one because this is giving me a much more favorable impression on the first sip on the neck pour. Mm, still smells wonderful with those fruits and berries. What do they say for nose? They say an intoxicating burst of maraschino cherry, ripe bramble, and dark chocolate mint with hints of orange bitters and walnut liqueur. Okay. Maybe that will happen when it opens up. Maybe that will happen when I add some water to it. But first, I'm just getting fruits and berries. Or maybe my palate isn't even that good. I don't know. You would think that my palate would be well trained after drinking the amount of whiskey that I have had to drink, or having tasted the amount of whiskey that I have had to taste. No question, it's really good. Second sip. Rich, thick, and oily mouthfeel. I am getting ripe fruits and berries, and orange, definitely orange on the palate. Orange zest, orange. And my mouth is covered all over by the fruits and berries. I'm getting a little bit of dark chocolate on the nose. But it took this long for me to get it. What does it say on the palate? I wish they wouldn't put nose, palate, and finish on the tube or on the bottle because it makes you kind of cheat. Honey glazed apricot and ripe fig with crescendo of black cherry, angelica, and muscovado. I'm getting orange zest. I'm getting berries and fruits, ripe fruits and berries, and some honey. This is good, definitely good. It may get better as time goes on. It's rich and thick and oily. Finish. Long and enveloping with dark manuka honey, herbal bitters, and dark chocolate. Honey, herbal, yes. I'm not getting much dark chocolate on the finish. But maybe that will happen when it opens up. Maybe that will happen if I add some water. I'm going to add some water. Let's try that. Okay, we got 1 spoon of water. I forgot to look at the legs. Oh, sheeting action, but it's a slow sheeting action. Okay. This is definitely a quality product. Don't get me wrong there. Now that I've added water, orange pith. Ripe, medium and dark fruits like plums, grapes, No dark chocolate to speak of, but I am getting the orange pith, orange zest. Mm. With some water added, we get legs. Manuka honey, a little bit spicy. The orange is still there, very fruity. Well, and these notes are signed by Rachel Berry, Master Blender. Well, you know what? I'm going to give it some time. And this one I might have to come back and... Maybe I'm just having an off day with my taste. I don't know. But I'm not getting exactly what it says on here. It's nice. It's enjoyable, but I'm not getting all that's on there. I may have to come back to it after it's oxidized for a while. This is after all the neck pour. Maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months from now, it'll be a lot better. Hopefully I can hold myself back from drinking it before it reaches its peak. Yes, this is very good. This is a high quality product. Slachova.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.